Awesome. Hello, everyone. Great pleasure to be here today with you. My name is Konstantin. I'm Chief Strategy Officer at Titan Network. Today, I want to talk with you about power of edge in DePIN ecosystems. I think for the last decade, or for the last development of the blockchain networks as it is, we were all talking about DePIN as a narrative, and we had this concept of rewarding ownership. Whenever we talk about DePIN projects by itself, we say that, hey, this is a system where users will be rewarded for the resources that they have, whether that's devices available to them at computer, early development of blockchain networks was happening exactly like that. People were committing their compute resources to the networks and receiving rewards, block rewards, as a motivation for them to continue participating. So the DePIN at its core, it's exactly the same. The core of DePIN is rewarding ownership, but what it as well does in the large-scale ecosystem, when we not only bring just compute, but different types of resources to the network, what we're really being empowered for is, first of all, we crowdsource capital expense and operational expense for running those networks. Secondly, we also get the decentralized resilience. When we try to build on top of the centralized network, we also inherited all its properties and features, making sure that it's reliable, it's not going down, there is no centralized authority that can say, control, or unlock our access to the platform. And lastly, DePIN by itself, in the way we are understanding it in Web3 space right now, is also a great platform for new market opportunities. We are not only just building or competing for the existing markets, we're rather providing more and more opportunities to build new market solutions that were never existing before or not possible with the existing technology. With that, with all those fabulous promises, I think we are still kind of struggling in terms of there is an amazing vision which we have for the DePIN, which is benefiting from the existing resources and creating new wealth and market opportunities. But both for global supply and global demand, it's still kind of a struggling path how to appear there, how to reach this amazing future while being in the day-to-day basis right now and building something that is usable for the users around the globe. With that, I think it's safe to say that we all face the same problem areas for the DePIN ecosystem, which is low resource accessibility and low utilization rate. It's still hard to use most of the DePIN projects as of today. We all are familiar with onboarding to Filecoin. We all are building solutions that help users to build more applications or solutions to Filecoin ecosystem. And that's where we still, in addition to just utilization rate, accessibility is still struggling, and we're still kind of figuring out the ways how to do that better for an average contributor. As well, together with the low resource accessibility and utilization rate, we still are facing costly entrance barriers. Whenever you talk about DePIN ecosystem, for me personally, that's something that as many people should be able to participate as possible. But when the reality hits, you either need a very large capital or resource in order to start participating in the network. A lot of rigs that current networks are offering start from $50K a setup as an entrance barrier, which is also a very complicated level to be part of the network for an average user. And at the same time, with all of that complexities on technical side, on resource side, on availability and engineering side, we still are facing very poor UX, UI experiences for both supply and demand. So altogether, those challenges really stop the DePIN as it is right now to be the front leader of onboarding next billion users to the Web3 space. At the same time, while we still all have these struggles, if we take a step back and think what is already available and accessible for us at a day-to-day basis, if we just look at our mobile devices, there are more mobile devices than people around the globe today. If you think about your day-to-day basis, you probably have one or multiple phone devices, you have your computer or multiple laptops, and what the reality tells us is that there is a vast amount of resources available around the globe already right now, which are also idle at least 8 hours a day. Whenever you're sleeping, I hope here no one is sleeping and using their devices at the same time, but the thing is, whenever we have multiple devices, we look at around 8 to 16 to maybe even 20 hours of idle resources, which are not being used to its most potential. And if we sum those things together, we look at billions of devices globally that are idle at least 33% of the time. And if we're able to incentivize those things or aggregate and bridge those to the network, we are looking at the most powerful DePIN network that's already distributed at every person's hand around the globe. And that's what Titan Network is focusing on. We are building a digital resource layer 1 blockchain that on one side incentivizes users to contribute their resources such as storage, bandwidth, and compute from all type of devices, whether you have a Raspberry Pi, mobile device from 6 years ago, or even traditional computer or even cloud infrastructure. You all can contribute the resources from those devices by running a Titan node on almost anything today. And while we aggregate those resources, we incentivize the users and provide rewards to them, we also aggregate those resources together and provide cloud services on top of this DePIN network. So on one side, we have a vast amount of resources that users are excited to contribute to the network. On the other side, we're building the demand where we provide cloud infrastructure similar to traditional AWS or Google Cloud, and we allow to rent those idle resources to the ecosystem straight away. So that's where we are creating an opportunity for an average user to benefit from the cloud groundbreaking happening day-to-day basis, while having all of those resources being pulled by our community, by average people around the globe. And to support our belief in the community sharing and community provision of resources, our two last testnets have accumulated more than 450,000 unique members and 450 unique node runners. So there are at least a vast amount of resources that's already being able to tap into at the testnet stage. And what we really see is whenever you reduce the barrier to participate for our community, that's when they get excited. That's if it's as simple as 2 clicks to install it on a device, that's when they want to be part of the DePIN network. And even further, they want to benefit from it. They want to accelerate it, start thinking about how else can I apply, or how can I bring my close community and network to really benefit from those resources. We also have achieved 120,000 nodes live, which is an immense amount for any DePIN network by itself. And those nodes are not just like concentrated in one specific place or a location. We're actually covering 135 countries today where there are nodes available for you at disposal to run on-demand services in almost real time. If you are more in favor of graphs instead of more in favor of pictures instead of graphs, that's our current node distribution. What we are really seeing is not concentrated in one specific place or location or more developed place. No, it's actually a truly decentralized network. People have mobile devices almost all around the globe, and that's when we really try to grab those networks and values. That's when we are seeing in a huge potential of a DePIN network that can cover and be available to you at any moment in time. With that, we are happy to share. First of all, it's all transparent, publicly available. You can go to the Titan testnet dashboard and see all those available resources. We also have built and provided first product, which is storage at titannet.io. It is a storage available right now, which you can tap into your mobile devices or applications that will show you a demo very, very soon. But what it really does, you can take and upload any content or file to the network. It will be advertised to many nodes around the globe. And then it will also be back to Filecoin, making sure that we provide services that are both available all around the globe, serving this problem of last mile data availability and content provision. But we also ensure that it will persist. So if there is an interest in having a long-term solution that also comes with cold storage, we are providing this facilitation with the wrapper and data onboarding to Filecoin ecosystem, serving 2 ecosystems at once. And that's where we're excited to find more partnerships and collaborations to, first of all, serve as many customers as possible. Currently, we are running 12 POCs with more than 150,000 user-based customers. So that by itself is an immense amount of resources to serve from a DePIN ecosystem. But what we are looking for is either other DePIN projects that are building and sitting in the room today who want to contribute resources or benefit from the resources of Titan Network. But we also are excited in collaborating with other DePIN projects because we see there is a great value between us providing a universal DePIN layer allowing users to contribute and connect to different other DePIN projects, and then utilize your resources that your particular company aggregates whenever they need a specialized resource, whether that's a specialized compute, GPU resources, maybe something else, maybe access to the data connection, etc. Oh, wonderful. So all of that together, I think is super, super exciting for us as an opportunity. We build continuous our network, and we are looking to launch our mainnet around the end of this year. So would love to see as many users from your side, and happy to chat and explore how we can collaborate together. But in order to also highlight how such a network could actually benefit community on a day-to-day basis, let me quickly show one of the applications that are building right now on top of Titan Network. This is one of the demo of the projects that are actually building on top of Titan Network right now. What they're doing is essentially they're serving the content from our network to provide access to large media files across the globe. So this image that you're seeing on right now is actually 4 gigabytes large, and just to open this image on your personal device would take you around 4 to 5 minutes preloading in Adobe Photoshop. What we do instead, we host this image or pictures of content, and our partner in that case stores it on multiple devices across the globe at the same time, and then streams you the content of that collaboration. So whenever you actually need the resource, it will be streamed to you, offloading the workload from your personal device to the nodes around the globe. And we provide this availability interaction layer without complicating it on your user side, but still making sure that all is available, accessible, and runs in a seamless way as much as possible. So that's where we see a lot of demand and a lot of use cases for applications on the DePIN network that are serving users on a day-to-day basis, and you can plug in any type of utilization on that network. So let me also quickly show how that works from the inside. So if you want to use Titan storage right now, you can just go log in a default way, just upload your MetaMask or Filecoin wallet, log in, and then the simple way of like drag and drop or API that you can use to call the storage, but essentially you can drop any content from here. You can do a statement, you can do whichever content you prefer. You drop it to here, it will appear for you to view. And once you, for example, select a file to view and share, you will see where the content is distributed. I think that's when we truly realize how decentralized the network is. Like, yeah, I just uploaded this content actually a day ago, so now it's copied on 248 devices across the globe, so people are ready to serve it on demand to you whenever you actually need it. Moreover, it's also, you have the granularity to see in which places, cities it's being stored, so you ensure that if something goes down, if something goes off, it's still being totally reliable. And it's also backed up to Filecoin, so we can see what is the deal, what was the requirement, how long it will be stored on Filecoin ecosystem. So then we are just available for the content to be preloaded, and now I access one of the nodes, and it's been streamed to me straight away. So that's how seamless and simple it is. So the same YouTube video which I was showing to you right now, you can stream from Titan Network. Isn't that a beauty in itself? With that, I think that's what it best highlights the network, the possibilities, and there is much, much more to come from our side. We are having our third incentivized testnet coming right now, so if you have nodes which you are interested in contributing to the network, please do so, or reach me out, and I'm happy to find the ways we can collaborate together. With that being said, that was a really great pleasure to talk to you today, and that was super exciting to be in the Filecoin ecosystem again. Thank you a lot.